Hello, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to another Friday uh, chart clinic that will be held in our office in KL here. Um, so what we do is this is a regular session that we're doing and try to get everybody in the same page, especially those reader who's been coming to the website to really understand what are the things that we do, and in the way for me to contribute back to the investment community in Malaysia. Now, uh, there was a couple of questions that raised out earlier today. One was from one of graduates, not a graduates, but one of our participants is that he want to know whether MetaStock can be get for free. The MetaStock do cost some money in here. It's relatively high. It's about investment about 1800. But I can tell you a place where you can get it for free. That I'm going to talk about that later. And the second question is, it's been hard making money in the market. Well, that depends relatively. If you notice, the portfolio that we have has been doing quite well, and as a matter of fact, today JTI, one of our portfolio that we have, had a special dividend announcement about I think 46 cents payment. Right, you can check it out here. Going back to my home. There you go. JTI. Okay, gaps up. So you can see it actually pays a special dividend 56 cents. So the market gaps up. And that's why you have this gap. So stick to the core and stick to the high quality stocks that we talk about a lot in our on our website in here. So that way you will do fine. Now, what I want to go on this is that recently I got a question from some of our graduate as well as our reader, and they ask is how long should I hold a stock from, right? How long should I hold a stock from? Now, isn't that a good question? How long should I hold a stock from? Now, if you think that's a good question, I just want you to say type yes. Is that okay? If you think that's a good question, can you type yes? Okay. How long should I hold a position? Okay, now that's for trading. For anybody want to? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me how long should you hold a position for? Nice to see you, Bobby. Okay. Anybody? How long should you hold a position for? Anyone? Can you someone tell me how long you want to hold a position for? I'm just going to wait for you guys to type your answer to me, and I'll just move along. Any? So far, I haven't got any reply yet. Okay. 3 months? Okay, we got as long as it makes money. Okay, good. Tag 3 months. Anybody else? Until it hits your set target from Alan. Good, good. Okay, good. Now 3 months, or as long as make money, as well it hits your target. Those are quite reasonable. But just to share with you some research that I've done on my closing bell stock pick, and these are the stocks that I normally talk about in my closing bell for the premium subscriber. And just want to share with you the top 10 pick that I have here, which is up here. What you gotta do to look at this, you go to latest and go to best pick here. Okay, click on this one, best pick 2011. Okay, so let me just close this back and you can see it. So in the whole point, what I'm trying to tell you that you got to hang on to your trade if it is on your side. If it doesn't work, you got to cut loss. Now if you look from here, the regular closing bell that I do, this is for the premium subscriber. Just to share with you the top 10 pick from 2011. Now assuming you close or don't close the position on the 31st of December 2011, right? Then you would see the returns on the middle in here, like Alphabet, which the stock was picked on the 8th of July 2011. You have about a 50% return. Now you look on the right hand side holding period. Now to get to this page, what you meant to do, you just go to latest and look down to the best pick. Okay, the best pick 2011, and that should get you where you are. I'm just going to show you the 10 stop best pick. Of course, not all the winners. We didn't have all winners from our closing bell. Of course, I'm not going to show you the losing one, but I just want to share with you the winners. Now, in this time frame that you see, you still have to hold a reasonable time frame, and one of the answers came by one of the listener here is that you got to hold your position at least for 3 months, and that one was in Kronia. Some to make a decent return, like a 45% return for Strava cable, you have to hold it for 11 months. The reason why I'm bringing this, because a lot of people, when they buy a stock, they buy in, they get in, and they just relatively hold it for like 2 weeks to something like 3 days, right? And after that, they would actually uh, or do nothing. Now that is the key point. If you're going to be holding for a period between 3, 4, 7, 8 months, that is why we always focus buy a stock that pays the dividend. That's always been our emphasis in here. Buy a stock that pays the dividend. Else, if nothing goes up, right, you still get the dividend. Now, buying the high dividend stock, actually you win 2 out of 3 times, right? You win 2 out of 3 times. This is important because when you buy a stock, if the stock market doesn't go anywhere, okay, you still collect the dividend, right? So there's already one win. Now, if the stock market were to go higher, very likely you still get the dividend plus a stock price appreciation. And the worst case, if the market were to tank and there was a sell-off, you can still cut loss, or you would hold on, they still pay you a dividend. And that strategy works very well in 2008, and a lot of time, a lot of our portfolios tend to do well. Okay, good. So that's why we always tell people to buy stocks that pays dividend, and at least you do hold it, you still win 2 out 3 times, right? Now on the flip side, meaning if you buy a stock, it doesn't go anywhere, I think minimum period you have to hold is still going to be 3 months, because you still have what we call the quarterly payment, or sorry, not the quarterly statement, or the quarterly profit and loss that will be announced by the company due to the Bursa Malaysia announcement of filing. So that would tell you whether the company do well or don't do well. If they don't do well, and then you might want to decide. Yeah. Okay, there were some question came in. From your experience, can we get in for average return for investing in stock? Okay, a good question came in from Abdullah. From your experience, can we get an average 8% return for investing in stocks? Okay, these questions I think I've answered many times before. All you gotta do is go over to our to our wealth website, and under portfolio, right? For the EPF account that we've been holding, been investing, you can see right here, right? Our return has been about 14% for the last 8 years. Of course, certain years are bad, but I just want to draw your attention, Abdullah. At this point in 2008, even the market were to, go down a lot more. This is the one. Here you go. The KLSC. The red line here is our portfolio that we've been managing since 2003. As a matter of fact, a lot of our clients' account, we have actually doubled their money in 5 or 6 years. So at the average of 14% return. So you're asking for 8% return. So it's not a problem. Okay, the next question I have: does the return shown in the best pick include dividend? Yes, the answer is yes. If you look at it, the 14% return, you do get about 6% to 7% on from dividend. Then the other 8% will come for price appreciation. Now, if you scroll right at the bottom in here, you would see our portfolio that we're managing for our EPF clients, as well as our client's account. And if you really interested in opening up a EPF account, you can do so. Just contact me and send me an email. We are happy to do that and manage for you. You can see we are actually at the top 5% percentile in here if you compare to the other big fund performance in it. But that's all about it. Okay, Amy, you can't hear me. Can you hear me? Okay. So far I have someone say you can't hear me, but apparently the others are hearing me well. Can you just adjust your speakers? Sorry, your microphone, your speakers. Okay. Okay, just want to move on now to thing. So on the flip side, we talk about the 1 or 2 months. All right, another thing want to follow up is the insider report. For those of you who's premium subscriber, you may notice I've talked about last 2 weeks ago about the insider movement for a particular stocks here. You can look at this one here. Click to the insider trade. I have that one. I think it's a trading alert, I believe. There you go, trading alert. Okay, that's a smart money in here. Just want to click in here. Okay, this is for one of the trade, which is Oriental, when they bought up. But I just want to draw your attention. They were okay. There's another one. Come here. Let me see. Someone raise their hands. Okay, never mind. Right. So just want to draw your attention now in our insider reports. Let me just get back here. Okay, our insider report that I have, there were two stocks that actually draw my pick up my attention, which is this one in here. Let me just get to it. Right, my traders under insider report usage. Okay, here. Right, this is one of them is actually the property sector. You can click on this. Now for those of you premium members, you're probably able to see this. I believe this is one of them is E&O. No, not this stock. The one that property MD. Okay, another MD. This one timber property stock, more accumulation. Let me see if this one in here. Aberdeen buy. Yes, this one in here. Now, if you notice, there are insider buying. Let me bring this up here in here where they're accumulating from Aberdeen Asset Management. For your information, is foreign funds, and they are into value investing, and they are investing the long term. But our methods in here are very similar. What we want to do is to really get into buying stuff or buying things when they are buying and exiting things when they're not exiting in here. Okay, I got some experience, some problems in here. Let me just try to exit some of these stuff. Okay, so that's my point in here. So what we're trying to say is really buy when insider are buying, and the way to do that is actually look at the insider trading report, and that's the one that I do have in here. Let's take a look at yesterday one, right? And if you look at the scheme of things, right, when you see the insider report in here, this is the one that from yesterday. So in here, what you want to do is actually look at what like Wellington Asset, they are disposing Air Asia like 22,000 shares in here. So we want to look at those movement of the big foreign houses, and that's a way to actually know where they are buying. And I've noticed Aberdeen been buying a lot of Shangri-La Hotel. So that's why I want to draw your attention that since then, if you look at Shang, as this chart in here, even though they've been buying somewhere around here, the market drop off, and you notice this is a tail. For those of you who is interested to know more about volume spread analysis, we are actually doing a course next following two more on June 4th to 5th. I'll do a bit of promotion after that. But you notice when the foreign funds are buying in here, the tendency of going lower seems to be somehow limited, and it tends to go higher. So that's why when I want to buy, I really want to buy what the foreign funds are buying, and the way to track that is actually looking at the what they have it for, and to look out at the foreign funds movement. Okay, the other stock that I do have position is a property stock. It's called Y&H Property. Now you may know there was a sell call from the Analyse site. Analyse call, I posted it on the website too, and they were asking people to sell Y&H Property because of very disappointing returns. But however, you notice also very similar to the Shang here, you do have a tail here. You see this tail in here, and another have it. So that tells you foreign funds are supporting, smart money are supporting, and insider are likely to support it, and the market make a return back to 195 in here. It doesn't go up that much down. That's what I really like about that report, and you can get it off from also Bursa report. I don't know where to put it, but you can get it off from the Age magazine that published weekly. So one of the things that I do is I'll get a report from the CIMB Nigel Fu, which is a good friend of mine. He's an analyst, and I'll analyze them, and I put them, and I see a couple of good trades in there. Actually, I put it up on the website. So that's how I use the insider report in here. Now, before we go over and analyze some stocks in here, I'd like to do a bit of promotion for those of you who is or have not attended our foundation course, you might want to consider